Hey, it's Dr. Karen Can, and in today's LifeWave micro training, I'm going to be talking about a quick reference chart that I made up that is free for everyone to use, whether you are on my patch training team or on another team. We're all one big family. So I do give a lot for free, as you know, if you've been following me for quite some time. Every first Monday of the month at 12 noon Eastern, Dr. Dennis Lobstein and I get on the phone, actually get on the radio show, you get on the phone, and you can call in with your specific patching questions for whatever symptom you wish to get some patching help for. So that is our gift to you. Now, this is also a gift to you as well. So in a moment, I'm going to share my screen and you'll see the chart that I created. So people that are in my LifeWave Phototherapy support group and Facebook, the administrator there is Anna Kadena, that lovely soul. That is also housed in that Facebook group. It's also housed in my private Facebook group for my team members as well. And if, in case you're like, I don't do Facebook, that's okay because I've put in a Google Drive link near this video that you can download this chart for yourself. Keep in mind, this chart was recently updated as of 2022 with the newest patch of LifeWave at that time, which was X49. So let me show you that patch and that quick reference, and we can get to questions a little bit later. Okay, so let's take a look at, I'm going to share window here. All right. All right, so on your screen, you should be seeing the chart. Again, this is a chart that's free for everyone. I did get David Schmidt's blessing to create this and to distribute it to our distributors and customers. Now, this is just very, very quick. It's basically what you see in your documentation from LifeWave Corporate, except one thing. So the green check marks means that there is clinical evidence from LifeWave research that those claims can be made, that it helps support that particular symptom or that particular goal. The yellow ones has to do more with clinicians and other people's experiences and testimonials and the trends that we have seen on which patches help with what kind of symptom. So on the left-hand side, what you'll see is the goal, either the symptom or the goal here. And these are fairly broad categories. But the really cool thing is a lot of symptoms fall into one of these categories. And that at the top, you'll see all the different patches that we currently have as of this recording available right now in most locales. Some countries don't have certain things, but in most locales, we have most of these. Now, in 2022, I added in the column here, the X49 column, as that is one of our newest patches. You'll notice that as of the stem cell enhancing patches, the X39, X49, the X39 is kind of like a jack of all trades, right? Yes, because it activates stem cells in the body, it's not specific for any particular organ, gland, cell in the body. It is like our holistic, if you will, stem cell enhancing patch. So potentially it can help you activate your stem cells through GHK copper peptide, which can make 1/3 of your genes younger and healthier, as well as your stem cells younger and healthier, and elevate them, increase their numbers. X49, on the other hand, is very specific for certain tissues. So the AHK copper peptide that it elevates helps with that copper peptide helps with bone, skin, hair, nails, heart and cardiovascular, neurologic symptoms. And you know what happens is, you know, your muscles, your endurance, your strength, it helps with that as well. And the combination of X39, X49 are synergistic together. In fact, when we first got X49, I was doing one at night and one during the day, but then I put both together on my body at the same time, and I could definitely tell an improvement in my athletic performance literally immediately. So from then on, I actually suggest that you put them on at the same time during the day. So let's take a look at these check marks. So again, the green check marks, we have clinical evidence. The yellow check marks are more anecdotal. So what you want to do is, whether you're a distributor helping a new customer or potential new team member, or your customer look on the left-hand side and take a look at which one of these goals is something that you're looking to get support around. So say it's pain relief. So pain relief, you can go and take a look. Oh, where did I put pain relief here? There we go. Pain relief. My camera in the way. You can look across there and go, oh, okay, well, let's see. X39 helps with pain relief, X49 potentially as well. Eon decreases stress and inflammation. That makes sense, right? That is for pain relief. And of course, Ice Wave is for pain relief. So if someone has pain, these are your main go tos. Your main go tos. So if you go to say immune support, a lot of people are would like to do things that help to support their immune system, right? You could take a look at where do we have clinical evidence where which patch can help support or balance the immune system. And here you get glutathione, right? You also see that there are some yellow check marks here. Now, interestingly, X39, even though the clinical testing is not specific for immune, we do know that it elevates glutathione just like the glutathione patches do, but not as efficiently. So about maybe a third, according to David. So a third is efficient. So if you don't have glutathione, but you've been using X39 regularly, you're actually getting some glutathione support as well. So let's go to a different example. Well, say you are, having some issues with heart stuff, heart stuff, or, having trouble with heart rhythm, or maybe you're having trouble after injury to the heart. Then you look at cardiovascular support, right? Wow, look at that. There's a lot of green check marks here. So X39 may be helpful. X49, we know both of them really support the cardiovascular system based on the clinical evidence that has been done by LifeWave. And then energy enhancer patches. Yes, in fact, the very first published study was on heart rate variability using the energy enhancer patches. And that study got my attention because I, at that point, realized how important heart rate variability was. And that's one of the reasons why I still do the LifeWave business, because they are evidence based. They've spent over $4 million in research. Very few network marketing companies can say that. And of course, I love David as well. He's amazing. And carnosine here is another thing that's helpful for the heart. So when you're looking at, wow, I want to support my heart, I want it to be healthier, what can I do with patches? You look on the goal on the left hand side and look at those patches and see which ones may be appropriate for you. As far as where to put them, this is where your team comes in. So your upline, whether that be somebody who's in healthcare like myself or somebody who isn't, a lot of times people have had so much experience over the years on what works. Most teams will have a plethora of support, so you can definitely ask your leaders for help in these areas. Now, the really cool thing is 85% of people who use just what's in the brochure get results. So you might not have anybody helping you, which I hope you do, but you could literally use the brochure points and they would actually help you, even if you didn't know exactly what specific point might be better, a little bit better for the heart, or a little bit better for, heart rhythm, things like that. So it can be helpful to have, a team member who can give you that specific, but I don't want you to feel like you have to know all these different recipes, because the patches themselves, when they're placed on the acupuncture points that are in the brochure, often will still help the entire body. So when you put the X39, X49 on the belly or back of the neck, guess what? It's still helping your heart. Yes. Now, if you're like, yeah, but I want to be more specific, I get it. Well, put the patch on your heart. It's that easy, guys. Like one simple one is put the X39 in the front of the heart and put the X49 in the back of the heart if you can reach back there, or have somebody else do that, right? Super, super simple. You don't have to make it really complicated. So basically with X39, X49 in particular, it's a single patch each, right? You can just put it where it hurts, where the problem is, or according to the brochure. So I hope this quick reference is helpful for you. Again, it is a free download for you. You don't have to use it, but in case you want kind of one sheet that you can see everything, this is the one that I've made for my team that I'm more than happy to give to you as well. So I'm going to stop sharing here and close out this box so I can see any questions. So I'm happy to answer any questions since I'm doing this live. I cannot answer questions related to something that is considered a diagnosis or medical condition. So the best thing you can do is to reword what it is you want help around by putting it into symptoms. For example, I can't answer the what's the patch for COPD? I can't answer that, right? We don't want to get the corporate LifeWave corporate into any sort of trouble, insinuating that the patches clear, treat, um, mitigate, or prevent any um, diagnosis or any condition. So you'll have to be more explicit about what is the symptom that you want to treat. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make is that they think there's a super magic recipe for a particular condition. And I know there are other people that do that. They do give you recipes for certain conditions. But here's the thing, different people are different. And in Chinese medicine, I'm an acupuncturist, a retired acupuncturist, what works for one person may not work for another. There are general principles for sure. But the problem with recipes is that you could be patching and it sounds good, in Western medicine. Oh my gosh, this one should be this recipe for COPD. The thing is, if it doesn't work, you don't know why it doesn't work. Does it work because you're not hydrated? Does it work because your body wants a different frequency? You know what I mean? So it's really about the symptoms and playing around with it. Don't get stuck on a particular patch protocol for a particular condition. That is one of the biggest mistakes and errors that people make when they start the business. You do not need to do it that way. Okay, so let's take a look here. Hi, Albert. Hi, Tracy. Hi, JM. Hi, Shannon. Facebook user. I'm not really sure. It doesn't say what your name is. Sorry. How do you get this chart? It's actually in the description. There's a link in the description. You can download the chart free of charge, no opt-in, anything like that. What do you do for swollen lymph on the right under the arm? That I can answer. Okay, so under the arm, the lymph would actually go into the lymph port on this side. So the best thing you can do is move energy. So there's a couple of different things you can do. One is you can actually sweep using a patch. And so, for example, I don't have a patch in front of me here that's not on my body. So say this little piece of paper is a patch. You can actually sweep down the arm and then actually place it in this portal. This is a lymph portal. Okay, so you can place in the portal, see if that helps. The other thing you can do is put a patch between, on either side of the swelling. So I would go ahead and sweep. Now you're probably going to ask me which patch do you use. I don't think it matters. But in this case, if it's just one side, you can use any white patch and just sweep. Okay, for example, if you say you are ice wave, for example, is really great for moving stuck energy. So usually the movement in the lymph is towards the body. So you would put white on the one side and you would put tan on the other side. It might be a little uncomfortable under the arm, but that is a possibility. So white and then tan just to get it to move up. Um, the other thing you can do as well is sometimes the lymph wants to move down for whatever reason. So you'll have to see which one works better. And there's a spot underneath your underarm, about 4 finger widths below, where you can actually, oh, my table's too high for me to stand up and show you, but it's spleen 21. So you could put white on right, tan on left, and see if we can open up the rib cage and see if that would help the swelling decrease. Okay, let's see. Any other questions? Robin says, where to get the chart? It's a link in the description. Um, Mandy says, can you please share allergic reaction elimination techniques? Yeah, that one's a little bit dicey, just because of the whole diagnosis and things like that. So you might be talking about the UE method. So one of my team members created a method called the UE method, which does seem to help with some of those allergic symptoms. Now, if you're in our tribe, in our private group, Pat's training team, customers and distributors, that's for my team only. It is there under the guide videos. However, this cannot be public on YouTube. So sorry we can't share that with you. Although I talked to Gretchen. We just met at convention recently, for the first time in person anyway. And maybe, maybe I might be able to convince her to do actually a webinar or something about it, and pay her to do that for us, for not just for us, but have whoever outside our team actually learn from her as well. So stay, stay connected. You can go to patchtrainingteam.com, my group website, and you can opt in. You don't have to be part of my team to opt into that email list. And every month we tell you a day ahead of time that the first Monday of the month, Dr. Dennis and I do a show, and you can call in, write in your questions, and we'll take as many as we can in a span of 2 hours. All right, so let's see any other questions. If we patch X39 during the night and X49 during the day, would that combination be as effective as patching both at the same time? Well, in my experience, the answer is no, at least for athletic performance. So there must be something synergistic happening with the two of them. So unless you have a really, really good reason to patch them separately, I would go ahead and patch them at the same time. Neck pain, possible pinched nerve. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what the cause is. So, people, they can't help it. It's the medical model, right? We go, oh, I have a slip disc, or oh, I have a pinched nerve, or oh, whatever. A lot of times, it's not what you think it is that's causing the pain. Like some people go, oh, I got bone on my knees. I have osteoarthritis. And they go, what do I patch for that? And I'm like, well, where's the pain? You patch for the pain. The reason I don't care about the diagnosis is because oftentimes it's not where the pain's coming from, or it doesn't really matter, because the pain, if it's pain from abdominal surgery or pain from osteoarthritis or pain from fascial twisting, it's pain. So in Chinese medicine, if there's pain, there's blockage, unblock it, and you reduce the pain. It's very, very simple. So you would go ahead and use your clock technique that's in the brochure for the LifeWave. And if that doesn't work, then you can take a look at some of the micro trainings that we have already on YouTube, and check, I have a couple that are there for pain, and I have one there for neck pain, which may be really helpful for you as well. Okay, great. So I don't see any other questions. Again, if you're watching this, the link is at the bottom of the description to the video. And if you happen to be on YouTube watching this, please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and hit the notification bell so that every time I do a new video, you will get alerted. Now, not all of my videos are LifeWave videos. I have some spiritual medicine videos. I have light medicine videos. I have, various different things. But if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate you. All right. Until next time. Bye for now. Enjoy.